Hello, this is Liora from Eurodistrikt Strasbourg-Ortenau. I'm very, very pleased. Thank you very much for the invitation, and we are very honored that we won the European Special Prize. As there's no video, I also put the photo. You see me on the left side of the photo. Our campaign is a little bit familiar with the last campaign we had. It's about the same topic about disposable cups. Just for the introduction, I just wanted to give you a very short overview about our territory. It's a French-German territory with about nearly 1 million of inhabitants, and we are a European grouping of territorial cooperation. And I am there in charge of all the projects in the field of environment. And so last year we wanted to do something about really the issue of disposable cups. Here you have the figures for Germany, average lifetime of 15 minutes, and in Germany about 2.8 billion of cups that are thrown away per year and that are not recycled. It's about 40,000 tons of waste. That's why we found together in a very interesting project group, I'd say. And for me, this is really the central success factor of the project. We had a working group where we brought together very different persons, French and German, practitioners and administration. We had the baker skills that were participating, also the Chamber of Handcrafts and the environmental manager of the different cities. And all together thought about what could we do to reduce all this waste problem that everyone really felt concerned of on our territory. And so finally we decided to do this project. We started already in spring 2017 with a survey among the bakeries to know better how they are dealing with coffee-to-go, if they are already accepting, if the persons come and bring their own cups, or if there are other barriers. And it really came out that hygienist aspects were a large barrier. And the phenomenon of coffee-to-go is really increasing steadily in Germany, and really a very important problem. But even in France, even if it's not that developed for now, the members of the cities and the environmental manager were very conscious of that is a problem that will grow, and we have to act now and immediately teach the person or sensibilize the person of the fact that if they use disposable cups, that's really a large problem for environment, and immediately tell them to use reusable cups. That was really the main issue, the main message we wanted to get to be known. And so we first developed a slogan that everyone could identify with. It's Coffee-to-go-nochemol, because in our region dialects are very important. On the German side you have the Alemannic dialect, and on the French side Alsatian dialect, and this word fits to both. So really it was the slogan helped to find a common identity for this campaign. And we developed a communication kit. I'll come back to it further in my presentation. And a very, very important outcome, hygiene recommendations that were validated in both companies, in both countries. And finally, to have something persons can touch and see, a Eurodistrikt cup. And all this was made public during the press conference during the European Week for Waste Reduction. Here you see a photo of our politicians and of the responsible persons for the French and the German Bakers Guilds. And then we were very, very happy to receive this European Special Prize. And the campaign is still going on. we still distribute our communication kit and do further communication. We are going through different media, social media, website, television, radio station, and newspaper. And so just some details. Oh, I'm sorry, it's so slow. Why it isn't shown here? We have developed the stickers and counter displays that we distributed to the bakeries, coffee shops, petrol stations, supermarkets, everywhere where you can buy a coffee to go. And we also gave away our Eurodistrikt cups. We don't sell them. I think you will ask this question later. We just give them to interested bakeries, and during different public campaigns we are distributing some. So for the moment we have distributed 1,000 of the Eurodistrikt cups, and now we are ordering further cups to still continue our campaign. The cups, that was the most difficult point, finally, to find out a compromise that fitted to the German and to the French criteria of the persons in our working group. And so we took one from renewable raw material that is biodegradable, easily stackable. These were the criteria that were important for the bakeries. They really tested them in real use, and of course dishwasher safe, heat resistant, etc. And it is produced in Germany. So, and here just you see some examples of the very various places where our stickers and display counter displays can now be seen on the territory. The second one is McDonald's and bakeries, and the fourth one, this is in university. On the downside you see a coffee, you see a bakery, and you see a supermarket. These are some examples. And we also highlight all the sellers that accept renewable cups on our website in this web geographical information system. The number is much lower than yours in the Conscious Cup campaign, but for our territory this is very positive, that we have in the different cities and all over the territory already points where that participate. Or for instance, in Strasbourg, it's really a large city. In the main station now, every point participates. The client can bring their cup to all of the bakeries that are inside the station, and many more other points. And I think I skipped the slide that I had on the hygiene advices, because this was for us one of the most important outcomes, that we succeeded with the different administrations from French and German side to bring out this hygiene advice that we give to all those who want to accept reusable cups, to really assure them there's no problem with hygiene. You can do it. You just have to look at it. If it's proper, you can accept it, and also proposing how they can do it if they don't want to take it behind the display, the corner. And it was really validated officially on both sides, something that did not exist before. So I am conscious that I went through it much too fast and talking too fast, but I didn't want to take too much of your time, and I'm available for all your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Leva. A great presentation. Let's check the question and answer section if there is questions related to your project. In case we've got two questions for Sorja, I don't know.
I see one question. Yeah.
Okay.
In the question section, there's one question from Anna, who said, did you include any private company included in the working group? If not, why not? Thank you. In the working group, there were the Baker Guild, so they represented the bakeries as private actors, and we had the Chamber of Handcrafts that brought in the interest of the even McDonald's or Burger King, all the small or larger coffee shops that sell coffee to go. But there was no individual shop that did participate. And afterwards, of course, I was a lot in contact with individual shops and bakeries to consult them and to discuss. And there were some bakeries that put into place advantages for the clients and took their own choose their own cups that they sell now in their shops. The next question that was written is, were the bakeries worried about transfer of bacteria from consumer to consumer when refilling the reusable cups on their premises? Yes, I'd say that was the main barrier that we identified in the first part of the project. When we did the first survey among bakeries, hygienic questions really appeared as a large barrier, and that's why, in our point of view, these hygienist advices that we could distribute helped against these fears. I don't have another question in my question section. Is there any other question?
Thank you very much.
There is another one.
I see one.
Another one.
Okay.
I see one. What is the advice you give? In fact, the advice is some 2 pages where we explain how the current law allows for filling in hot or filling coffee or tea in cups, and that is not critical. And then for the advice, if someone fears anyhow that there's some risk, they say the bakery should use another cup that they have, and they can fill in the coffee behind I'm sorry, I forgot. Take a. Behind the counter, and then take the cup that the client brought and then fill it in the cup of the client if they don't want to take the cup of the client behind the counter. That's if they want really to be sure. This was the advice of the official administration.
There is another question from Saloma.
Yeah, I see it. Did you have a guideline for helping other places to replicate your project? If you mean by guidelines a written document, I don't have the document by now, but of course everyone can contact me. You have my phone or my email. I think the most important aspect was really to include the different persons, the practitioner and the administrations, and to think already in the beginning about all the communications aspects, like a marketing campaign, to have a good slogan, a good logo, and then really have as many multipliers as possible to bring the material, the communication kit, to the potential participants. We had also some environmental associations who read in the newspapers or heard in the radio about our campaign, and they said, "Oh, this is nice. We would like to have your material. We will distribute it further." So that was also very, very positive.